What up, Dokkanners? We are going to be going through all of the information that we have learned on this worldwide campaign Dokkan Now special. I am doing a follow-up video because I got a couple of things not entirely accurate when I was going through all the news live because, you know, there's a lot going on. Sometimes you miss a couple of things. So we're going to be going through everything again. That way, for those of you who didn't watch the live stream, who didn't care about the reaction, you guys will get the bare bones news right here. There's also been a few additional pieces of information since we know when the banner is going to be coming out. We know what the banner unit is for the Dokkan Festival physical Goku. So we're going to be going over all of that stuff as well. And if there's anything else that I missed, I will also clarify in the pinned comment down below. So let's start from the top. When are the banners dropping? The banners are set to drop August 28th, 1500 JST. Now, I obviously cannot account for every single time zone out there. So either you wait for the data download. Once the data download drops later on today, we will see exactly what time the units are going to be dropping on the Dokkan Info, Dokkan Wiki pages. It'll show right here. But if you can't wait for that, 1500 JST for me would be 11 p.m. PDT tonight. So that means 6 hours after the usual global daily reset. This is 30 minutes prior to the typical global banner release time. When you compare this to JP would be getting this 2 hours prior to their usual banner release time. So 30 minutes earlier for global, 2 hours earlier for JP. 11 p.m. August 27th. But again, there will be a data download later on today. And so I will be doing another video at that time covering anything else that we might have missed. So that is the banner release. This was confirmed from, I think it was the JP promotional footage. They showed at the bottom that there was, like it actually showed the whatever it is, the timestamp. So that's where we got this from. Let's see, what is this here? Oh, new summon animations are going to be there. So this is not something that we were made aware of in the global Dokkan Now, I don't believe. Then again, I could have probably missed some of it. I was very scatterbrained and all over the place. So now let's take a look at the animations. We're going to go through what each unit can do again, but we're going to start from, we're going to start and stop on each unit. So I think we're going to start with the banner unit, which is the Piccolo Vegeta. No, that's the Broly one. Let's start with the banner unit. This one. Okay. He exchanges into Vegeta. Call yourself the prince. Oh! I've never seen this. Oh, it's straight from the movie. Nice. Oh my God. Okay, that was the banner unit. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting all that to look that good. All right. Thank you, Vegeta. That is like the one small W I'm going to get from being a Vegeta fan. All right, so let's take a look at what this guy can do here. We got so much stuff. Where's the Piccolo Vegeta? Did I miss it? Those are the Goku stuff. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is the new unit. This is Piccolo / Vegeta. So since it's an exchange character, it will be inheriting all of the categories and abilities from the base unit. So that's why it is in the Namekians category. It's going to have the Namekians link, and it's going to have the Namekians category. It exchanges into Vegeta, but it starts off as Piccolo. The good thing here, though, is that since it's named differently, this can be run with other Namekians. So there is that. So let me pull up these images separately so that we can zoom in. Just a little bit easier to read. Okay, so this guy's a worthy rivals, bond of master and disciple, 130% lead. Is this our first dual banner unit like leader skill? Then for the super attack, we have greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, and lowers attack and defense. And then for the passive, key +3, attack and defense +200%, medium chance of dodging, including super attack, plus an additional attack and defense +150 when attacking. Super class allies, attack and defense +30%, plus an additional key +2, attack and defense +30% for characters who belong to All Out Struggle or Movie Heroes category. Foresees enemy super attack for 2 turns from the character's entry, and chance to dodge +30% for 4 turns from the character's entry turn when there is another All Out Struggle category ally on the team. Well, that's cool. So medium chance plus an additional 30, so that's 60%. Okay, recovers 30% at the end of the turn. Exchanges with Super Vegeta when conditions are met. What is the condition? It doesn't show there. Is it here? I don't see the condition for the I might be missing that. Check the pin comment down below because I don't see what the condition is for this guy to transform. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. So either check the pin comment or when we get the data download, we will know for sure what's going on. Oh, it's right here. Exchanges with Super Vegeta starting from turn 5. Okay, so it's simple, just turn 5 from the start of battle. So if this unit is in slot 7, then this unit would show up turn 3, and then the turn afterwards, when it comes back, you can transform into Vegeta. Super Saiyan Vegeta, and what does this guy do? Let's pull up his stats. Hang on. All right, so here's his stuff. Super attack, greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes supreme damage to the enemy with a medium chance to crit. Attack plus 300, performs a crit for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. E plus 3 attack and defense plus 200%, reduces damage received by 50%. Damn. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 150 when attacking. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. Changes STR, AGL, and Tech key spheres to physical once only. This is going to work very well with the Super Saiyan Goku, the new Dokkan Festival. Plus an additional attack plus 100% when attacking. If there is another all-out struggle category ally attacking in the same turn starting from turn 6 from the start of battle. That is a pretty good banner unit. This is the type of thing we want. We want a banner unit to support the Dokkan Festival, work well with the Dokkan Festival, and that's what we're seeing. So that is the Piccolo / Vegeta. We get some new links here when he transforms, but still retains the categories. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the animations and the unit overall. Looks pretty good. That is pretty cool. So now let's take a look at the animations for the new Dokkan Festival. I already reacted to it, so check out the reaction. This one, we're just going to play it. Let me just say 2 things. 1, this not really what if, but this is a Dokkan original. I love that. There's also a shot of the Gohan where the lines are going crazy. I love it. I love this animation. The dub, everything.
Give me the power to put this guy down for the count. Give me the power to defeat this guy! Fine, just take it. But finish that guy now!
I love this. I love everything about this. I think the funniest part of this whole thing is when he powers up right here and the Broly acid just goes whee, just goes flying. Because normally he stands there, he's like, where's he getting all of this energy, right? But this time he just goes whoop. I love that. Oh, it's so good, man. The voice acting is good. The animations are so look at these lines. Are you seeing this? There's one shot where the lines go absolutely crazy. I have to find it. I have to find it. Hang on. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look at this. What is this, Gurren Lagann? Is this power of the spiral? Look at these. lines. Okay, now let's take a look at what the unit can do. We're going to go through everything through the Global Dokkan posts here. So let me get these ready. So we got the new physical. We're still workshopping a new name, so comment section down below, give me some serious candidates for a good name for this guy. Super Saiyan Trio, taken. We already have, you know, like in Super Saiyan Trio. People are saying Gulganks, which, come on. There's got to be something better than that. I don't know. GGT might be a good one. Broly, no, I'm not, I can't say that. All right, anyway, let's take a look here. So this guy is a physical Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. He cannot farm his super attack, sadly. His SSR does not allow it. So let's see. Super attack. Where is the super attack? So we raise attack for 1 turn, cause colossal damage to the enemy, and lower attack and defense. And then greatly raise attack and defense, cause mega colossal damage. Actually, you know what? We could just find it in here. They showed all the super attacks right here. Yeah. Greatly raise attack and defense for 3 turns, cause mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raise superclass allies attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. Then we'll check out the passive. This is actually going to be easier to read it this way. All right, so here's the passive. Key +3, attack and defense +2. Oh wait, I didn't read the leader skill. I'm sorry. Leader skill is all out struggles, Super Saiyan's power of wishes 170%, extra stats +30 to movie heroes connected hope. Pretty good set of leader skills if I do say so myself. Now for the passive. Key +3, attack and defense +200%. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded into physical, plus an additional key +2 per physical key sphere obtained, plus an additional key +1 per type key sphere obtained, physical excluded. All allies key +3, attack +50%, self excluded. Reduces damage received by 30% temporarily when receiving a super attack. So I believe what this means is that only when you're going to get supered, you get the extra padding. Meaning if you get hit by slaps, pre-super, post-super, you're not getting that extra 30% cushioning, which is an interesting choice, but whatever. Plus an additional defense +30% when receiving an attack for every 3 key. So if you pick up 24 key, which actually I don't think you can. You can only pick up 23, right? Isn't that the maximum field? So let's just say you pick up 15, for example. You pick up 15 key, you are getting defense +150. So this kind of reminds me of the Int LR Super Saiyan Trio because they also have abilities that activate when you launch or when you pick up a certain number of orbs. Let me actually pull this up because it does make sense considering that these characters are similarly built in terms of their construction. Let me see. Movie heroes, right? If we go to movie heroes, LR Super Saiyan Trio, they have it right here. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for every 3 key spheres obtained. So this one is, although this one just says for every 3 key. So this isn't saying key spheres obtained. This might just say 3 key. So I think this actually, you know what? Yeah, this is more elaborate or more complex than the key spheres obtained. If you get max key 24, I think then this just gives you 240 defense. I think that's what that means. Plus an additional attack +150% when key is 12 or more. Launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super attack when key is 18 or more. Attacks effective against all types when key is 24. If there is a movie heroes or all-out struggle category ally attacking in the same turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 15%, and for 2 turns, all allies defense +77. So the damage reduction will be just for this character, but the team defense is pretty crazy. For 2 turns, defense +77. So if you play your cards right, you could double up on this name and talk about this in the video, where you can get 154 defense across 2 turns, which is kind of nuts. Okay? That is insane. If there's a movie heroes or all-out struggle unit attacking in the same turn, which there should be. So that is the base passive. So now let's pull up the standby mode. Yeah, all of that stuff is right there. Again, it just says when receiving attack for every 3 key. So it's definitely not key spheres obtained, it's just 3 keys. So you can definitely go up to 24. That's definitely what that means. Okay, so standby can be activated when HP is 77% or less, or starting from turn 5. This starting from turn 5 works very well with the banner unit that we just talked about, the Piccolo Vegeta. Stands by for 3 turns, during which the charge count increases by 3 with each attack received, by 2 per physical key sphere obtained by allies, and by 1 per non-physical key sphere obtained by allies. Okay, and now let's get to the standby mode, although we'll just look at the video. Video's better. Okay, so if we get to standby, I will say, as a personal choice, when it comes to the presentation, in the past, when they show us this stuff, they just blitz through it. Blitz. They absolutely speed through this. You don't get to actually read it. This time, they took the time to read it and explain it, which I very much appreciate. So thank you for that. Even though it might not have been easy to follow along, they still took the time to explain it, which I do appreciate. All right, so for the passive now on the standby Goku, unable to attack except when the finish effect is activated. Key +3 attack and defense, plus 259, and guards all attacks. Changes int key spheres to physical, plus an additional key +2 per physical key sphere obtained, plus an additional key +1 per non-physical key sphere obtained, plus an additional defense plus 30% when receiving an attack for every 3 key. Again, not orbs. 3 key, and if key is 24 when receiving an attack, reduce damage received by 59%. So if you get to this point, you have 59% damage reduction plus 240% defense boost when receiving an attack. And guard, by the way. And this, okay? Plus an additional defense plus 20% per key sphere obtained, and all allies defense plus 7% for 2 turns per physical key sphere obtained. Plus an additional attack plus 100% when finish effect is activated. Okay, that is the passive. Now this is the finisher. So again, we already know how to charge the orbs or charge the finisher. This is the lower version of the finisher. Raises attack by 15% temporarily per charge count and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. This happens when you pick up a charge count of 40 or less. And if you pick up a charge count of 41 or more, then you get raising attack by 20% temporarily per charge count and cause super ultimate damage to the enemy. I believe this is the strongest multiplier in the game. So there you go. That is the full breakdown of the physical Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. Let me know in the comments how you guys would rate this character on a scale of 1 to 10. But the fun doesn't stop there. Oh, no, 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 no. Now let's take a look at Broly. I'm going to take a look at all these animations. Here we go. I'm going to try not to talk. By the way, first of all, I love that Paragus is in there. Also, there's no laugh, which bums me out. Because this shot, he's laughing, right? That bums me out.
Where do you think you're going? I'm preparing the rocket so he can escape the explosion! In a rocket built for one person. From a true freak.
All right, so that is the full Broly animation. I gotta say, I love it. And I gotta say also, the dub, I think, did a pretty decent job. Considering it's not the original voice, I think that it was actually pretty well done. So I can't hate on that too much. It's good, pretty good. There's definitely a distinct difference between Super's Broly and Z's Broly based on how JYB voiced this, but there you go. Now let's take a look at what the unit can do. So let me pull up the... Oh God, look at this. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that looks. Okay, actually, I think it's gonna be easier to read it this way. Let me close up some of these windows. Broly's info should be right here. Okay, so I made a mistake on the initial reaction because Dragon Ball fan plus idiot. So here's the leader skill. This is Carnival Tech LR Super Saiyan Broly, or LR Broly. So he's starting out as Broly. Movie boss 200%. No dual leader skill. There was a possibility. I know some people were thinking that because of Vegeta, but it didn't end up happening. Now, for the passive, this is his passive. Unable to attack. Now, before you judge, like a lot of us did initially, remember that you can actually transform with this character whenever you want. So this is what I got wrong on the live stream because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Can be activated upon entering attacking turn once only. So what they basically did, and they even talk about it, they've circumvented the Broly naming issue by allowing this guy to transform after already being base. A transformed unit with the same name as another character who already has the same name can work together and link together. So this takes care of that problem. That is why they did this, and that is a huge bonus. But on top of that, this Broly is basically invincible in his pre-transform state. Unable to attack, activates entrance animation upon the character's entry turn once only, and for one turn from the character's entry turn, reduce damage received by 90% as the first attacker in a turn. Reduces damage received by 70%. Extreme class allies chance to crit plus 50% as the second or third attacker in a turn. Extreme class allies ki plus 2, defense, attacking defense plus 60%, defense plus 200, and guards. So he's got a defensive passive, he guards, he has 90% damage reduction, and he could have a little bit less depending on what you're trying to do on your particular rotation. But sometimes it might be an effective strategy to open with this guy as your first turn. Maybe Beast Gohan is about to super you, right? Because as we all know, Beast Gohan likes to super in the slot 1 on the blue zone. Maybe throw this guy in slot 1. Although, by that point, it'd be too late. But you get what I mean, right? So this guy has a tactical advantage in his untransformed state. But whenever you want, you can transform. So massive, massive W by Dokkan, being very conscious of the same name issue and circumventing it in a very clever way. So that is what this is. And again, I apologize. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I got it wrong on the live stream. I know some of y'all were probably screaming that in the comments or in the chat. I know. My bad. For the super attack, when he transforms, raises attack and defense for one turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Greatly raises attack permanently, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Now, I gotta say, as a World Tournament tryhard, who I hate it, by the way, this is good for World Tournament. However, you would have to transform, and then you would have to... I mean, maybe this unit could see some action on the World Tournament. Maybe. This could be a new World Tournament character for some people. All right, here's the passive. So he went from an indestructible unit to an unstoppable force. That's what this is. Ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 260. Reduces damage received by 50% normally, and for 3 turns in the character's entry turn, an additional damage reduction of 26%. So that's 76% damage reduction. That's after transforming. Plus an additional attack and defense plus 150 when performing a super. Plus an additional ki plus 1 up to 5, chance of critting plus 10 up to 50 with each attack performed, super or otherwise. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. So this gives the unit some slot 1 viability. Plus an additional defense plus 200% before attacking, and guards all attacks as the first attacker in a turn. There you go. Guard, defense 200%, and 50% damage reduction outside of the first 3 turns. So this is a good slot 1. Plus an additional ki plus 3 and chance to perform a critical hit plus 50% when there's a Pure Saiyans or Earthbred Fighters category enemy. Meaning, critical plus 50 on top of the critical plus 50 that you get from attacking, you get a guaranteed crit after you reach this part of the passive when you're fighting Pure Saiyans or Earthbred Fighters. For those of you who don't know, abilities inside the passive are additive. So damage reduction, additive. It's not 26% of 50%. It is simply added on top of each other. The critical hit ratio added on top of each other. So that is a guaranteed crit against Pure Saiyans or Earthbred Fighters after you've launched 5 attacks. Disabled the attacked enemy action once within the turn when ki is 24. So on top of all of that, you are also disabling the enemy action once. Wait a second. When ki is 24, you're doing an AoE. You're doing an AoE. Are you canceling everybody? Hold on. Hold on. I think it does, but my only concern is that the ambiguity of it all, because the passive says disabled the attacked enemy's action once within the turn. The attacked enemy could either be a singular target or a multi-target depending on the super, but if ki is 24, it naturally has to be everybody. So I was looking at the every time. Piccolo Jr., under his active skill, it specifies massively raises attack temporarily, causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. Mega colossal? I didn't even realize. Wow, mega colossal. Disables action of every enemy once within the turn. So they are specifying here that it's every enemy, whereas here they don't. So we're gonna have to stay tuned. We're gonna have to see, maybe in the data download it might confirm something, but I'm pretty sure that this means everyone who gets tagged by his AoE gets disabled once, which is pretty crazy, or gets canceled, sorry. Disables enemy action once. That's pretty crazy, okay? So this guy goes from an immovable object to an unstoppable force while also packing some immovable object traits. So yeah, Broly is he's pretty good, I would say. Active skill: when he crushes the pod, he gives himself a permanent ki boost and attack and defense plus 26%. So similar to Kid Buu. And this can be activated from the next attacking turn. So this is the turn after. So assuming you transform to Broly, let's say Broly turn 1, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly turn 3, active skill turn 5. That's how it would be. So that is the full breakdown for the Broly. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one. This is a pretty good unit. I think the only thing that might be a problem is key acquisition, because you're not going to be very easily picking up key. You can get key plus 5 here. You can get key plus 3 when you're fighting these types of enemies. But then besides that and the initial key and your active skill, how many links are we getting? Because this guy is a Broly / Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and those guys typically don't link very well, right? Let's look that up. Pure Saiyans. I want to have this in the video. So Pure Saiyans, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, whatever. This guy. All right, this guy. How many link key links does he have? Shocking speed, prepared for battle. That's about it, right? So it might be occasionally a little difficult to get key 24, but that seems fair. So let me know what you guys think about the Broly on a scale of 1 to 10, just like for the Goku animations and all. Let me know what you guys think. Now, besides that, there's another major thing that we got to talk about here, and that is the coins. So I want to once again reiterate what this is all about. You can exchange 500 new coins for a new featured character. This is basically a pity system. They are providing a pity system for this celebration. They prefaced this whole thing by explaining how global players were bombarded with banners, might not have been able to pull everything. You might have summoned a bunch, but you not have been able to pull everything. So they were doing this to, I guess, make up for that, I suppose. But both global and JP are getting this. So when we summon, we are going to be getting a brand new coin, temporary one, Worldwide Celebration Dokkan Festival coin, Worldwide Celebration Carnival coin. They are depicted right here with the bluish purplish border around it. And so during this celebration, part 1 only, I think. Wait, no, part 2 also, right? During this, you can exchange 500 coins for a new featured character. Also, you can exchange these coins back and forth. So depending on which banner you summon on, if you then want to summon on the other one, you could or you could just buy them by using the coin. You can buy them both once. So let's just say you don't want to summon for the Dokkan Festival banner. You want to summon for Broly. So you throw in 2,500 stones for Broly, or let's just say, I don't know, 5,000 stones for Broly. Just a what if, right? You finally managed to get the Broly. Then you can exchange all of those coins that you just earned into Dokkan Festival special coins. And then you can buy the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks with those coins. Yeah, it doesn't give you the character in 1,000 stones. Yeah, it's still going to require that you summon, but I will take this over nothing. Because our major gripe with the pity system being implemented on the worst banner back, last year, was the simple fact that the worst banner is now being given the best incentive. So now it makes the worst banners a little bit more likely to summon on, because in 1,000 stones you get the copy for free, or not for free, but you're guaranteed a copy. Here, for a Dokkan Festival banner on a major celebration, them even doing a pity to begin with, I think is pretty groundbreaking. But it's the start, right? So I will take this. Of course, you do have to put in quite a few stones in order to get this, because you get 10 coins for every 50 Dragon Stones spent. So if you want to be getting 500 coins, you would have to spend 2,500 stones, which is a lot of stones. And for some of you, maybe even a lot of you, you might not have enough stones right now to even do this. So that begs the question, are you going to even be summoning for Worldwide? I think some people might decide to skip, maybe one character or both. I feel like out of the two, most people are probably going to lean towards skipping the Dokkan Festival, which I kind of understand. Broly is really, really good for an extreme class, and he's also just very good in general. So if you were to summon on the Broly banner alone, depending on how many coins you get, you could try to pick up a copy of the Goku. If you can't, well, you could just skip that banner entirely until 10 years. So there are options that players will have. It obviously does not mean you're getting it guaranteed, but I think that what they're giving here is a good start. And we'll see if they continue to do this in the future. I don't know if they will. They, like we learned from the 9th anniversary, they gave us the guaranteed featured step up format in the first part, and then they completely reverted back to another format in the second part. So don't assume that because we got this for this celebration alone, that it means we're going to be getting this moving forward. This is just a temporary measure, but it's still a good one. So I think I'm happy with that. And of course, yeah, I know some of y'all are about to discredit me and say I'm a whale. Sure, I'm still giving my thoughts on it. I would like to give my opinion on this whole thing. So let me know what you guys think about this. And then the last announcement that they dropped in here, oh yeah, on top of everything else, Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly EZA inbound. That's right. This guy is going to be getting an EZA during the celebration as well. We don't know exactly what the EZA is as of yet. We will probably learn that soon with the data download coming up later on today. But this means that the Saiyan Day unit that would have likely received the EZA coming up in March is going to be getting it here. So that now opens the door for potentially other EZAs maybe during Saiyan Day, or perhaps they jump ahead by a year and they give us, who would be next after Broly? Is it God Goku? Oof. No, it would be Majin Vegeta. Maybe Majin Vegeta gets an EZA during March, which actually kind of makes sense because he is a 200% leader skill. So after the 10-year anniversary, we are already going to have 200% leader skills getting EZAs. So Majin Vegeta being the first Saiyan Day unit that's 200% getting an EZA does make a lot of sense. One last thing, there is a slight banner difference on Global and JP. For Global, we have the Dokkan Fest on the left seems fine, but on the right, the Carnival unit, Global is getting the Super Saiyan Trio while JP is getting the Gammas. This is not much of a surprise considering that for JP, the anniversary, it's been a little while since they had it, since it was back in February. For Global, we just had the anniversary like a month and a half ago, so it's not at all a surprise that we're not getting that here. It's not a shaft, that's just how it is. Again, so some of you are going to be skipping, so whenever these guys come back during 10-year, Broly will be there, and the Gammas will both be there on a new banner featuring somebody else that's even crazier. So there you go. That is everything that we have covered, or we could possibly cover in this video. Let me scroll through Air Dokkan's tweets real quick. New EZAs will be announced. I think they said EZAs, but they only mentioned one. There's a new Broly hashtag. Story event. New growth event. Over 100 stones can be earned from that. This is a once every 7 days thing where you get a bunch of EX skill orbs for uncontrollable power. New challenge event. New blue zone for movie edition, movie heroes. That's good. This is the opposite of the movie red zone. Then we got the card assets for, or not the assets, but the card art for the various forms of Goku and Broly. These look pretty cool. It's kind of funny. This looks like a transforming Goku side by side with a transforming Trunks and a transforming Gohan. You know, like the AGL transforming Goku that goes to Super Saiyan 2, 3, God, and Blue. Looks like that. This is the Broly. I gotta say, overall, the Broly art looks way cooler to me. This might be one of my favorite. This might actually be my favorite LR in terms of just card animation in the entire game. Let me know what you guys think. KO screen, leader skills, yada, yada, yada. We've covered all this. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Language. All right. Thank you, Air Dokkan. Appreciate that. All right, that's it. So we have covered everything. If there's anything else that I missed, I will put in the pinned comment down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed all of that. All of the hype is going to be dropping tonight on both Global and JP. Get ready. It's going to be an awesome stream. Thank you guys so much for showing up for the reaction stream as well. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on all of the unit details that we got here. What are your thoughts on the animations? What are your thoughts on the units overall? Where do you rank these two characters in the pantheon of great LRs in the game? What are your thoughts on what potentially the Super Saiyan, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly could be? The coin system, are you okay with it? Are you not okay with it? How many stones are you planning on spending? Are you going to be skipping? Not a crime in skipping. If you're willing to be okay with not using these characters as your main lead, maybe they're your friend units, are you going to be skipping? Let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you're going to see more. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.